Hi guys, so I have to make this kind of quick because I'm about to go record some dialogue for a film that I shot earlier this year, but this is my Artist Way week 4 recap. So the big occurrence this week was it made me do a reading and media deprivation. So I couldn't read, play video games, watch TV, any movies, scroll through social media. And it was really hard, to be honest, like especially when I would get home from work and I would just want to like numb my mind and scroll through social media. Like instead I'd have to find different alternatives. I remember one day I was like, I wonder how many people could like fit compact into my home. So I literally instead of scrolling through social media, I literally measured my entire apartment like body by body to see how many people I could fit in. I found myself talking a lot more to just like my roommates, like craving more like social interaction. And even at the climbing gym, like usually I'm like kind of a solo climber, but I found myself instead of like during the breaks when I'd sit and go on my phone, I would talk to other climbers, I'd watch other people climbing, and I made like a lot of new friends like at the climbing gym, which I thought was very, very cool. I think towards the very end of the week, I started to give up this media deprivation because I don't know. I think we're also entwined in the media and I just kind of needed to go back on. The chapter talks a lot about like a sign of like moving forward in your artistry is wanting to get rid of like a lot of clothing and clutter. And my roommates joke around with me about this habit that I have, but I am constantly like, I have a lot of clothing with like holes in it because I have hoarded just a lot of clothing. And recently I've just been literally like ripping my holy clothing, like literally wanting to tear it off my skin because I just don't want it anymore. And I made a whole like donation basket of just like clothes that I'm just freaking done with, that I want to get rid of. Because I just feel like a lot of the clothing I have, has not been serving me. My artist date this week for week 4 was at the MoMA, which was really fun. I finally got to see Van Gogh's Starry Night, which was beautiful. And I stumbled upon this little like sketch thing where they give you like paper and like a pen to like sketch something. So I sketched, actually I'll show you. This lion thing, I don't know if you can see it, but I call it Free Leo because it's like little Leo the lion trying to get out of the window. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I dyed my hair. I dyed the grays in my hair black and it's kind of wet right now. But I used Overtone, which is like a non-damaging dye. And it kind of is giving like a bit of like a blue-ish tint in like direct sunlight, but I like it. I was feeling kind of self-conscious of my grays, so this is nice. One big thing I have noticed this week is a lot of like synchronicity in regards to like I'm running into people from my past everywhere. It's so weird. Like for instance, a few days ago on the subway, I saw this girl that I went to theater summer camp with in my senior year of high school. Like I saw her and I haven't seen her since then, but she was like, turns out she lives like just a few stops down from me. And now I'm having another reading of my screenplay in 2 days and she is coming to the reading. She's gonna help read, which is like, that's crazy. And I've just been running into like a lot of other people too, which has been really cool. Another interesting thing is I decided to go to another EPA. I decided that I was just gonna get up and go and just do it. And I waited until the very end and I was one of 3 non-equity people that ended up getting seen. And I got a call back. I feel so happy because I've been to 8 EPAs this year so far, and I have been sent away from every single one of them. Also, I'm doing that with my hair because it is like really flat right now and I need it to volumize because I just wet it. But anyway, the first EPA I finally got seen at, I got a call back for, and it's for the 12th night for a character named Antonio, which is also crazy because in my screenplay, the romantic interest is named Antonio. And in the 12th night, there's a gay thing going on with this Antonio. And in my screenplay, Antonio's gay. okay. Then also in the 12th night, there's like a whole twin situation. And in my screenplay, there's twins. And anyway, it just felt very cool timing. Where's my journal? Let's talk about some of these prompts. So one of the big ones that made me kind of emotional is it had me time travel to when I'm 80 years old. So I said, at 80 years old, I exude wisdom and radiate kindness. I am peacefully subdued, but with an unexpected bite. I love to laugh and listen. I go on nature walks and watch the sunrise on the ocean. I have wonderful children and grandchildren. My oldest daughter, Vas, and my younger son, Stefan, grow into wonderful humans who care about the world and love their dad so much. At this age, I won all the awards I wanted to win, and I did all that I wanted to do with my career. I still get called to act in things and make guest appearances like Julie Andrews. I do not have to worry about money because I've made such an abundance for my acting and screenwriting. And I travel often, sometimes alone, sometimes with my husband or friends. I have a garden, and I'm an old man who walks everywhere. I'm beloved, I'm healthy, and I have a sweet face with soulful eyes, and I can truly say I lived and I'm still living, still learning and exploring up until my final days. So that's what I see for myself at 80 years old. Then I had to write a letter to myself from my 80-year-old self. So, oh, sweet Vangeli, I remember when we were 23, how life felt so confusing and hot and cold. When you are so fixated on your career, love life, appearance, and reputation. I'll tell you one thing for certain. You do grow old, and you look it too. Your hair will go gray, completely. But let me tell you something. You don't need to worry about that now. You are way younger than you feel. Each decade, there will be a new thing to chase and accomplish. You will always find a way to do the thing. However, I urge you to enjoy the time in between, the present. The moments you feel are distracted are actually the moments worth living. The sweet time with friends, running, climbing, being in New York City. Live where you are and trust that everything will work out in a beautiful, incredible way. You will get there, you will end up exactly where you need to be, and not a hint of your potential will be wasted. We have a very good life. Enjoy every moment. Love, your very gray 80-year-old self, Vangeli. So when I wrote that, I felt very misty-eyed, and it just put a lot of things in perspective for me. So then I had to time travel to when I was 8 years old. So 8 years old was a happy age for me. I was in Miss Baroni's 3rd grade class, and my crush was a boy who I'm not going to say his name on here. I was Pokemon obsessed and brought my Pokewalker everywhere with me. This was the year that Pokemon Heart Gold came out, so I was playing that a lot. At school, we had our Temples and Tombs performance, and I was disappointed because my class had to do the boring pyramid song when all the other classes got to do Mommies everywhere, choose a partner if you dare. That was like the song everyone wanted to do. I looked forward to Basket Bonanza and really wanted the Pokemon basket with the Combi stuffed animal. I spent lots of time building cardboard sets for Odyssey of the Mind. Our problem was a Machu Picchu themed problem, or going to tennis practice. I went to Greek school on Wednesdays, but really only cared about getting the special bread and talking about Pokemon during breaks. I always looked forward to Peter, Angelo, and Dimitri coming over, who were my cousins, as well as my other cousins, Christopher and Nick. And I really looked forward to field day at the end of the year. One time, I filled out an entire spelling test in Greek. It was a very nice year. 9 years old, I thought was even better. So then I wrote a letter to myself as an 8-year-old to myself now, and I even wrote it in my 8-year-old handwriting. All right. Dear older Vangeli, your life looks amazing and cool. I can't believe it. You have such amazing room, and I am so happy you kept the Yamaya shell wand, which I got when I was 8. And I can't believe you did plays at Haggerty High School. That is awesome. And you even played the main role. I'm speechless. Wow, you went to college and did shows there. You were so successful. I can't believe it. I did Odyssey performance, which is fun, but I've always wanted to do a show. I also cannot believe you wrote a whole movie. Wow, I can't wait to be you when I grow up. The only thing I wish to follow is my dreams. How is mom and dad and Alex and Eva and baby Alexander, who, by the way, baby Alexander is a senior in high school now. I cannot imagine being so much older like you. You seem very nice-spirited and very confident. It makes me feel so excited to meet you. I love you. Love, Kelly. Oh my god, that's so funny to read because I think I captured my 8-year-old essence really well. Like, I felt like I was reading a letter I actually wrote myself at 8 years old. It's very, very cute. I did do my morning pages every day, which was good. At one point, I had to write about a situation I should change. And the situation I wrote about was getting myself on track to be an actor rather than a teacher. I feel like I got so caught up in like trying to sustain myself and make money teaching that like I stopped going to auditions and EPAs. Now I'm rewiring my schedule to like, my school said I could miss whenever I want to go on auditions, and I have not been taking them up on that. So now I am going to EPAs. I'm taking off work to go to EPAs. Even if I don't get fucking seen, I'm here to perform. I'm here to audition. I'm not here to be a teacher. That being said, on the flip end of it, I've been putting way more effort into my teaching thing. I took 2 of my girls to Gandhi Fest, and they performed a scene that we had been working really hard on, and I've been coming up with more intricate lesson plans, and I've just been just really putting my 100% into anything that I do, from auditions to teaching to writing. And I'm excited that I'm having another screenplay reading this week on Tuesday, which will be fun. So one of my tasks was to write an artist prayer. So this is what I came up with. O great creator, give me the power to show up for my inner artist with utter joy and gratitude. In my acting, allow me to just be, experience, be present, be perfectly imperfect, and trust that since I am present, there is no wrong choice that can be made. In my singing, I ask for release and joy rather than pain and tension. And for my writing, allow creativity to flow through my veins and pour onto the page. Great Creator, I ask you to meet me halfway with synchronicity, to allow things to work out miraculously, or as I like to say, in a beautiful, incredible way. I am grateful for the goodness you have given me and will gladly take more. Thank you for leading me, Great Creator. Amen. So, those were all my prompts, and that was week 4, which was a great week. Week 5 is going to be very, very busy. I haven't even looked to see what week 5 is. It's going to be recovering a sense of possibility. And this week, what I have to look forward to is my screenplay reading, my callback for the 12th night, and maybe a date, ? We will see. So anyway, okay, I have to get going because I have to record some dialogue for that film. So I'm going to the NYU campus right now. I'm not an NYU student, but it was for NYU students. Anyway, if you watched this far, thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.